Let's have a look at the Overwatch 2 developer blog. It's a post-launch update on gameplay, maps, and competitive ranked. So, Overwatch 2 hasn't had the smoothest launch, but great game, like great changes. We shouldn't have had to wait as long as we did to get what we've got, but it's here. Overwatch is buzzing again. It's nice to have it back in your rotation of games, etc., etc. So, I haven't read this yet. I don't even. Oh, it is quite long. So, it's not too bad. So, we'll just make our way through it. I'll probably put some gameplay clips over this, or actually, I'll probably be too lazy to do that, to be honest. So, let's just crack on. So today we want to look back at our first week in this brand new chapter for Overwatch and share with you our team's current thinking on hero balance and gameplay. Since the launch of Overwatch 2, we've welcomed millions of blah 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 blah. Boring. New Soujourn, Junkrat, Kiriko. Like hero balance, here we go. While some heroes are performing better than others, and there are differences across player skill levels, we have been happy to see that there's no hero's overall power level, which is Pharah. So yeah, I agree. There's no one that feels stupidly broken. Like, it isn't Mercy flying around when she first got a rework, just an absolute god for a year that was just unkillable. There's no one that feels like absolutely disgustingly broken. Like, you can pop off, like Zarya, Roadhog. I mean, you can pop off on the same people you could pop off on Overwatch 1. Soujourn, great ad. Like, I feel like you can just click people in the head as Widow. You can just click people in the head as Ashe. So when I get right-click killed by Soujourn, she's just landed a headshot just like all the other hit scans. So, Junkrat, I feel like Zarya bullies her. Roadhog, she's just like a weaker Roadhog to me. I don't know, but she's still fun, like still really enjoyable. Kiriko, great ad. I've not played her in ranked yet because she's not really been in the merch. She's not allowed. Well, they've banned Bastion because of a bug. Same with Torbjorn, and Kiriko isn't even in it yet. So ranked isn't what it should be. The scuff, like we ranked in bronze, even though we've played like Grandmaster in the past. Although we are playing with like we've got a mixed group. So yeah, it's really weird. But then you are getting promoted quick. Like I jumped like 3 divisions in one promotion. So it's all figuring itself out. It's all balancing again. It's like loads of new people are playing. Loads of people haven't played in a while. So the system's like just trying to get its head around everyone, and it'll balance out eventually. They've already said they've made adjustments as well, like I've seen in tweets and stuff. But I digress. Let's carry on. Every hero on the roster has a win rate between 45% and 55%, and we are not planning any immediate balance changes based on what we are seeing, with the exception of a targeted adjustment to Zarya in Total Mayhem, which should go live with our next major patch. So she's basically invincible. She feels invincible in live, never mind Total Mayhem, so she could literally just bubble. She can never break bubble, essentially. So they're getting rid of that. That's just in Total Mayhem. October 25th, so that's, bloody hell, 11 days from now. So nothing's happening for 11 days at least. So Zarya is still going to be insanely strong. Other than that, like everyone feels pretty balanced, bro. But even Zarya, you just got to play around it. But then I found Bastion was a great counter for Zarya. So, and then Torbjorn isn't it? So Bastion and Torbjorn are great for dealing with certain people. And the fact that we can't play them in ranked, it's like you feel quite restricted at the minute. And Kiriko isn't here to try out the new plays. So it's like, okay, I'm Junkrat versus Roadhog. Like, the biggest counter to Roadhog, it's like an anti-heal from, like, an Ana or a Junkrat. But now it's like, with Kiriko, you can counter the counter. So Roadhog can, like, get splashed by Ana Grenade, but then your own Kiriko can, like, cleanse him. Like, love it. Like, brilliant gameplay. Like, I love the counters on counters that we can do. So, yeah, I just can't wait till it's all... Ranked is fully functional. The ranks have like settled a little bit. We've got all the characters that are playable, and then we've got some more looking forward to. That I don't know when the next release date is. Halloween's coming up. Maybe if they do a surprise launch on the 25th, that'd be cool, but I doubt it. But the next hero, who knows what it'll be? Hopefully a support. Should be fun. Anyway. Our team is planning to make a series of balance changes for Season 2 that are in line with our design goal of ensuring the overall game feels balanced and fair while giving each session a more distinct identity. Like, the CC changes they've made feel great. The 5v5, oh, it's talking about it here. The 5v5 game mode feels great. I'll just finish this. So while we'll continue looking at hero performance and listening to player feedback prior to finalising any specific changes to balance for Season 2, we want to share more about what we are seeing so far. I hope Doomfist is getting looked at, put it that way. Doomfist feels like just low, like below everyone at the minute. When he used to be like a really fun and satisfying DPS. So I hope they can find the core Doomfist gameplay that we all loved. Well, some of us hated. But I'm hoping we can bring that back as tank. Like, I'm a Roadhog. I can kill someone every 6 seconds. I'm playing Doomfist, and it feels like, I don't know, my wombo combo doesn't really, I don't know, maybe I'm just crap and I've not played him enough, but maybe I need to use his, this is it, I don't know. We're going off on one again, but since shifting to a 5v5 format, we see many players focusing more on the tank role, given the heightened importance of a single tank in role queue modes. Like, I can pop off, I can do so much damage as Zarya. If I get a pocketed support behind me, like, I can carry the game so much more as Zarya than I can as a DPS, because I'm essentially a DPS with double the health of a normal one and like just loads of team utility. Like, if you want to carry, tanks are the role you need to be playing. Like, but it's fun playing all three. Like, for me, it's like tank, DPS, and then support is like, you can't carry the most on support. Like, no matter how good you are, you can carry more on tank or DPS. So I find when I play support, it gets quite frustrating because you're very team reliant. Here we go. One of the most talked about heroes on the roster right now is D.Va. With buffs after the last beta to her defense matrix and micro missile, she can put up a fight longer than she could before the launch of Overwatch 2. Despite many players saying she's one of the best tanks in the game, Reinhardt, Sigma and Zarya actually currently lead up the competition with an average 53% unmirrored win rate. Yeah, like, I wouldn't say D.Va is, like, in my games, whenever there's a D.Va, she just gets owned. Like, defense matrix is insanely clutch, but you've got to know when to, you need a lot of like in-game like knowledge and sense to pull off D.Va well. You need to know when the enemy's being predictable to yoink the roll off them. You need to know when to hide so you don't just like lose your mech. You're like, there's a lot that goes into D.Va. She's not as like, I don't know, she's not as easy as people say they are. And then you've got the whole baby D.Va side of thing, which is just so time wasting and like annoying. Reinhardt, Sigma and Zarya, these two, holy moly, the damage these two can do are insane. Roadhog, insane pick potential. Reinhardt, not really my jam, but he's just a competent big wall that's hard to get through. When you do get in a team fight, you just start swinging. So, yeah, when you say like D.Va, just go Zarya and just left click her. What can she do? She's going to defense matrix a laser beam. Despite many players saying oh yeah, she'll eat my graviton. Wait till she's used defense matrix, and then as soon as it's gone, just boom, fire it, because there's a short cooldown when she can use it. Obviously, don't do a big travel time so she can re-engage it. Like, fire it into a wall or fire it down. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd say Zarya dumps on D.Va. Especially now you can get 80 charge, like, at the start of the fight. Like, the changes for Zarya, especially, like, the way I play Zarya, it's just so good. Zarya's new ability... Wait, where are we up to? Zarya's new ability to choose where to place each of her 2 particle barriers often allows... Oh, I was literally just saying it. Often allows her to build up to high energy quickly, which is something we're currently keeping a close eye. No! Don't take this away from me! Like, she's so insane. Like, back in the day in Overwatch 1, you used to get 50 charge for your bubble, so... Let's say you get hit and your Genji would get hit and you burst both bubbles, you'd be on 100 charge immediately. Like, now it's like 40 and 40. So, but you were a menace. I found when Overwatch 1 first came out, not really many people understood Zarya because the hardest thing was getting charged. But once you understood like the roster and what cooldowns are coming at you, what does damage and like when to pop your shields, she then just started like melting everybody, like just absolutely torching the faces off. And I'm seeing the same thing happening now. Like, same with Pharah as well. Like, Overwatch 1, start of it, Pharah was just slaying. But then eventually people catch on, like, and I think the same thing's happening with, like, Zarya and Pharah now in, like, the start of Overwatch 2. Hopefully they don't nerf her too drastically. She's, like, one of the most fun tanks. Like, if they want to design future tanks, they need to be looking at, like, Zarya rather than... I don't want to say, dare I say Ryan, but just, I don't even want to compare it. Just more like Zarya, more fun, gameplay loops, like insanely clutch moments, like carry potential, just clutch moments. I don't know. Zarya just brings so much. I don't know. I'll move on. Jungle Queen was a dominant force during the last beta to like playtest. Well, I got into the beta. I got an email saying you're in the beta. I could download the client, but then I got unexpected server error for like just the entire beta. So I just got absolutely mugged off, and that probably soured Overwatch for me. That was just like the nail in the coffin. I was like, wow, you've done me so dirty here, Overwatch. But we're back. As soon as I can actually play the game, great game. But the behind the scenes that has been going on, what a shambles. Like, I'll just leave it at that. So Junker Queen doesn't feel disgustingly broken to me, but I can imagine before the nerfs, she must have been really disgusting to play against. Right now, she's just satisfying brawler. If you do land your shots, she does a lot of damage, but I'd rather be playing Zarya. I'd rather be playing, I might have been mixing names up then. I'd rather be playing Zarya, rather be playing Roadhog. Like, do you know what I mean? She's like, don't know, she's not quite there yet to be where I want to play her as much as them lot, but she's still really fun. Better than Ryan. Orisa changes are insanely good. Yeah. Because of that, we applied changes to her commanding shout to reduce how dominant the brawly deathball team compositions were at the highest skill levels, including the Overwatch League Summer Showdown. We'll keep an eye on her. Okay. The team is also monitoring Doomfist performance and play rate compared to other tanks. As we look to Season 2, we think it makes sense to evaluate his overall tanking ability and potentially make improvements to Power Block and Meteor Strike. Power Block doesn't block enough. Meteor Strike, it's just, I don't know, it was too OP in the old days, and it's too crap now. We need to find a nice little middle ground, or rework it. Because, I don't know, it felt a very DPS-y thing. Now it's like, I don't know what you could do to it. We should brainstorm. Slicing through the competition. The damage roll has seen many hero combinations across all ranks, but we've noticed some popular picks among our players. Genji and Soujourn started as the most popular heroes when Overwatch 2 launched, but they've since leveled out to the rest of the damage roster. I mean, Soujourn because she's new. I mean, I wanted to play all of them. Kiriko, Soujourn, Junker Queen. I swayed them because, they're new. Genji is just an old classic. Like, he's just such a great and fun character. Like, more characters like Genji. Sojourn's a great ad. Like, just, yeah. Great hero design. Genji started off with a dominating win rate, and although it's lowered slightly since launch, currently at 52%, we want to make sure he's not dominating the playing field. We'll watch Genji carefully throughout the season to ensure he doesn't slice up the competition too much, and may make adjustments in Season 2. One way we are considering doing this is through an adjustment to the damage roll passive, which has particularly benefited heroes like Genji. Yeah, that's true. So if you don't know, each role now, tank, support, DPS, has like a passive on top of the usual just normal passives. So tanks, you get like knockback reduction and you give less ult charge to people shooting you. Supports, if you don't get hit for like 1.5 seconds, you start healing naturally. So it's great for people like Zenyatta, people that struggle to heal themselves. And then DPS, when you get a kill, you get a burst of speed, so it's like it lets you have those like clutch moments where headshot, run, and like you just keep like the snowball going. It's dead satisfying. But Genji was like insane already because he gets dash resets. So dash resets on top of speed resets, on top of dash reset, speed, dash reset, like it's just insane. Like in Season 1 of Overwatch 1, Genji's ultimate, he had like 3 extra slices than he has now. He was basically running around with this ginormous katana for fucking ages, and he was just slicing. You could just slice all 6 of them up and still have time to spare to do some slices. And I'm seeing like, it's just playing and watching Overwatch 2 now. Like I'm just seeing all these like repeat things happening. Like, and it'd be interesting how often this like keeps popping up, like these repeats of scenarios from Overwatch 1 like 6 years later in Overwatch 2. Moving on. Sombra, bloody hell, Sombra's insane at the minute. Like, I'm so shocked at the damage, but it makes sense. Like, they've made everyone do damage now. Like, Mei does good damage. She's like the Pyro off TF2, but with ice. Sombra, I'm loving the assassination potential. It feels like she's a real assassin now. In the past, it's like, she'll hack me and then everyone's bored for 5 seconds, but she doesn't do that much damage. Now it's like, the hack, it's over in 1 second. It's like, great, like, brilliant change. Nobody wants to not play the character for 5 seconds. And now she's like actually a threat, so it's like, holy crap, she can Like, whenever a DPS sneaks up on someone, you can ding, 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 and kill them instantly. Whenever I was playing Sombra sneaking up on someone, it didn't feel like I could just insta-give him. But now it feels like you can insta-give him. So, great changes. And then her ultimate is just filthy. If you can pull that ult off, 40% flat health, just wipe everyone out. Like, disgusting. Great change. She's just fits the DPS role much better now. She's no longer like a bit of a support DPS. She's now just like flat out DPS. Great flanker. We adjusted her damage potential to be optimal on targets that she hacks. Oh yeah, so if you hack them, you get a damage boost against them. So it's like hack them, spray them up, insta kill. It's like it rewards that assassination playstyle. It's great. However, we want to ensure her targets have. This is it. This is my one thing. It's like, but on occasions I'm like, well, I really couldn't do anything there. Like hacked to dead. Like I don't know. You can always do something, I guess. But there were some times where it's like, holy crap, how's like. I don't know, I feel like I'm a pretty good player, and it's like, he just killed me in no time at all, and it wasn't very hard for him. So, this reasonable time, like, yeah, keep the eye on that. I'm liking it. Good update so far. Great changes. Very happy with the way Overwatch 2 is going. Fight back. So, we'll continue to look at balance to our hackability lockout duration when we approach Season 2. We've also heard feedback that tanks feel oppressed when a Sombra is focusing them with hacks, which will also be something we will look into to control next season. Good. Symmetra and Torbjorn are two other damage heroes that we are keeping a close eye on now. Over the course of the first week, their win rates have been gradually increasing, and they are showing the highest win rates now at some ranks. Both heroes can be effective counters to Genji and may be enjoying their success due to his popularity. When we look at potentially making changes to them, we need to keep in mind the landscape of the rest of the hero roster. For example, if Genji is tweaked and possibly played less, these heroes might see less success and need adjustments themselves. Yeah, I'm liking the big brain thinking. It's nice, it's refreshing. Not to say Overwatch 1 didn't think like this, but it's nice to see they've spotted patterns in the past, and they're like now like, okay, let's avoid doing this mistake we made in the past. Like it's good. Sly as a fox. Kiriko. If you've not seen the Kiriko cinematic, just go watch it now. It's stunning. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Kiriko has been well received by the community with an initial play rate of over 75% in most matches when we first launched, making her an instant favourite among many players. Her right click, dink dink, to be able to kill any 200 health hero like that, insane potential. Like it's Zenyatta, you can either land your shots or you can't, but Kiriko has a super thin model, very hard to hit. When she teleports away, you can't even tell which direction she's gone or like where she is, and it's like a great distance, like just great survival tool. Her cleanse is insane. The playmaking potential with cleanse, it's like Zenyatta is AoE healing everyone in his ult. Ana can cancel that with a 13-second fucking grenade thrown into the middle of everyone. Okay, that was it. That was the end. Now Kiriko can be like, actually, Ana, fuck you. I'm going to cleanse my entire team. It's like counter on top of counter. Like, that's the gameplay that's just like chef kiss. Love it. Moving on. So the play rate has since balanced out compared to other support heroes. However, her win rate, yeah, people are going to take a while to get used to her. Her left click heal, I was a bit at first, but how fast it recharges and how often you can do it, like, yeah, it's decent healing. I don't mind having her as a main healer. Whereas if I have a Zen, I'm like, bloody hell, we need a strong main healer when there's a Zen. Same with Brigitte, people like that. Her healing averages in the middle when you compare it to the rest of the support roster, and her damage output right now is about even with Ana, which is relatively low. The thing is, it's not about, like, it isn't about damage. I mean, it is about damage, but it's about, like, damage at the right time. It's about burst. It's about getting that important pick. So, Ana, insane pick potential. She's got a long-range sniper. She can get that tracer that's got around the corner by the back of her foot by, like, who's getting away on 5 health. She can shoot that Pharah out of the sky before she can react. Like, same with Kiriko. She can, like, dink the tracer, dink the soldier. It's like, it's just, that ability is just so good. So it's about landing those clutch moments, like stepping up when the moment is required. Lucio, Moira, Brigitte. Kiriko gets a lot of value in her evasiveness with wall climb as well. Very cool. Fun ability to have on the support. And Swift Step, it's called Swift Step, to get out of harm's way, allowing her to stay alive longer in team fights and making her the most survivable support hero on the roster currently. Yeah, she's so well, oh God, it just makes me want to rant about Moira. Moira's damage and how annoying she is to kill. She's just so insanely annoying, Moira. Like, wow. Yeah. Moira's like the Zarya of supports. Like, DPS 1v1, Zarya's going to kick your ass. DPS 1v1, Moira's going to kick your ass. It's like insane characters. Like, allowing her to stay alive long into blah, blah, blah. We're keeping an eye on how she performs in the weeks ahead of the Overwatch League playoffs next month. So missions around the world. So this is all the dynamic maps. Like, all the maps are going to have different lighting, basically. Like evening, dawn, night, morning. So yeah, here's the list of them. I'm not a fan of dark maps, to be honest. Like, there's a mix of people. People like nighttime, people like dark, like daytime. For the clips, I think day always perform better. Whenever you have brighter clips, like, the videos do better. Whenever you have dark clips, they just don't do as good. So my preference is daytime, but it is what it is. I think they're just going to alternate to spice it up so you don't get just used to the same repetitive maps over and over again. But yeah, it is what it is. Not much else to say about it. Is there anything about, like, Numbani you can't play at the minute? What is it? Rialto, Havana. There's just some maps that aren't around, and they've removed, like, Hanamura, all the 2CP maps, like Anubis, like, all these are gone. So it's like, it's actually quite, I don't know, I miss some of them maps. Like, they were enjoyable, so I don't know, it's strange. It is, I don't know what to suggest. The community's split, and I don't think Blizzard can I don't think it's possible for them to please everyone, but I don't know, like, I'm missing some classic maps that I'll just never be able to play in ranked again, so I don't know, it's strange. Strange feeling. Yeah, moving on. Each subsequent season, we will rotate some maps out of the map pool and bring back others that had been previously out of rotation. I'm hoping as they, like, rotate these maps in and out, they'll do, like, these micro adjustments. So, okay, nobody liked this map, but what if we add, like, a doorway here? What if we add a car that now blocks this line of sight here? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, make these tiny micro changes that will actually turn the map into something that everyone loves in the end. I'm hoping that's what they do with Rialto. Like, let me just read. As we continue to rotate maps in and out, we'll be looking at improving... Bro, like, I need to actually read. So, for example, when Rialto returns in Season 2, players will notice a few spots where we have added literally perfect. Like, I've noticed the cars on Dorado, things like that, so good. Which should help the map play better in the 5v5 environment with reduced shields. For players who want to play maps not currently in the map rotation, hop into a custom game or the occasional arcade mode. Lucio Surf, 10 out of 10. Climbing the ranks. Our team would like to apologise for ranking many players too low during the first week of Overwatch 2. We discovered a bug that was impacting player skill ratings, which is what contributed to many players being placed in Bronze 5, when they should have been placed higher. Our most recent patch included a fix that will help you get back to your true rank quickly, and that will be reflected the next time you receive a competitive ranking update. You will receive a boost as you continue playing to help you get up the correct ranks. Players who haven't yet placed in competitive won't experience this issue after the fix goes live. That explains why I, like, flew up, like, so many divisions off, like, 7 games. Like, yeah, cool. It is what it is. They're gonna balance eventually. Like, if you're meant to be in bronze and you keep, like, and you find yourself in bronze after, like, 100 games, like, bro, maybe it isn't the system. Maybe you are bronze. Like, eventually you do climb out. Eventually you do, like, carry. Eventually, like, I don't know. Do you know what? You do eventually climb out. Like, it does balance. It does figure itself out. You aren't stuck in some eternal, like, elo hell. But you can get stuck in elo hell for a bit. Like, yeah, you can get stuck for a bit, but not forever. Just keep playing, keep having fun, stop stressing, communicate with your team, click the reds, win the game, GG. We're also watching your feedback about how we present your skill tier and division and how you celebrate that in game. While we don't have any details we can share yet, expect us to make more improvements to competitive, and we will continue to watch your feedback. What happened to the fire system? I loved having the fire around my portrait when I was pogging off, and everyone was pogging off. Yet, like, the fire voice lines are still about. People still say it when they're buzzing. It's just, I mean, maybe it's screen clutter and they're trying to minimize screen clutter, but give us an option then. Like, I don't know, it's just, you've took away something that was really satisfying. Give it us back, or give us an option, or, I don't know, give us a reason. What else? I was thinking of something. Oh yeah, the skill, like, the rank system seems a bit unexplained. Like, I've been playing ranked games my entire life, and it's like, I just feel like the information isn't displayed in a nice or satisfying way. Overwatch 1 was a bit, I don't know, I felt better when it displayed the information. Overwatch 2 just feels flatter, less poppy, more, I don't know, it's just, the way they're showing the information just, I don't know, it just doesn't it's not tickling the parts of my brain that Overwatch 1 did. So I don't know. They're gonna keep adding to it. They're gonna keep improving, but needs some work. Needs to be displayed. I don't know. It just needs a look at. Just you're the game developers. Have a look at it. I don't like the look of it. That's just my opinion. Thank you for week 1, and here's to many more. True that. Like, Overwatch is such a class game. Amazing characters. Awesome community. Like, just 10 out of 10. I love this game. So when I am slagging it off, I'm slagging it off for the love of the game. Finally, we want to ensure games play out fairly for all players in all matches. In a future patch, we'll fix an issue that could cause some rubber banding in-game. That happened last night for us. Like, it was literally unplayable. But we've only had that once, and it's like 2 weeks in, so I only had it last night, and we literally stopped playing ranked because of it. We also want to be certain that hit registration for shots fired is working pixel perfectly. We have investigated reports from players about hit reg, and many reports are actually related to how our replay tool works, which does not perfectly capture the alignment of each player's aim. There are also misconceptions about how our controller settings on PC work, which does not affect mouse input. As an example, aim smoothing under gamepad does not impact mouse input latency or precision. However, in one report, we discovered a bug that affected the hitbox alignment of our rendered objects for Junker Queen in some specific situations, and we're working diligently to fix this issue. So the hit reg and the lag and the feel has always been amazing in Overwatch, and I feel the same in Overwatch 2. Like, I feel like if I shoot a pixel next to your nose, you'll survive, and if I shoot your nose, like, I'll get an headshot. Like, it's been that, like, you can shoot a bullet through someone's legs, and it's like, it doesn't clip them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love how beautiful the hitboxes are. Same with World of Warcraft, how, like, all these actions and all these abilities are playing off. Yeah, it's so responsive and so quick, and you're playing this massive multiplayer event, and it's just so responsive. Like, Blizzard games just do a stand-up job when it comes to shit like that. Where are we up to? We also understand that some PC players have concerns with input responsiveness and recommend trying out these changes to improve how quickly the game responds to player input. Make sure the in-game resolution setting matches your monitor's set resolution. Set the capped frame rate to a value that matches your monitor's maximum frame rate. If you've got like a 144Hz frame monitor, set it in your display settings on your PC, and then set it in the Overwatch settings as well in-game. So update your drivers, make sure your drivers are updated. Like, oh, there's an update for me. So yeah, do you know what I mean? Update your stuff. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, turn on NVIDIA Reflex plus Boost. Otherwise, turn on reduced buffering for other GPUs. Finally, in your gameplay options, turn on Enable High Precision Mouse Input to speed up how frequently your mouse captures position in game. I'm using an old mouse. 35. Oh shit! I gave the wrong DPI to someone the other day, so he's gonna have scuff sensitivity. I'm using a Razer Death Adder, 3500 DPI, and I'm 5 sensitivity in game. And yeah, I used to worry about my sensitivity a lot, but now it's just like, play what feels nice to you, man. Don't overthink it. Just if you click the heads and it works, you're sorted. If you find yourself, I don't know, just if you can kill them, that's all that matters. Like, play with your sensitivity. Don't get obsessed with other people's. I don't have the mouse mat space to play like some of these crazy low sensitivity people. I like the twitchy gameplay. You're either like a smooth aimer or a twitchy or both. Like, I don't know. It's gonna depend on what you need. But I've had like a brand new Razer Death Adder with like 1600 D. I don't know if that's I might be chatting shit there, but I know it's a big upgrade from what I've got now. But this one's so old, it's like 10 years old and it's still going strong. So I'm kind of waiting for it to die before I upgrade my mouse. But yeah, we're off topic. Thank you to all the players who were a part of this week. First week of Overwatch 2. While this time has been incredibly exciting for the community and our team, it's also come with many challenges that we're looking to address quickly. We will continue to listen to player feedback as we strive to make Overwatch 2 the best game it can be, and we are looking forward to sharing more in the coming weeks leading up to Season 2. In the meantime, we hope everyone is having a blast in the game, and we will talk again soon. We are, just sort the servers out. We're getting DDoSed 25 times a day. It's like, I don't know, bro. Every single launch is like, I mean, the World of Warcraft launch felt flawless, but the beta launch was crap. The second beta launch was just, the most frustrating thing going. And then Overwatch 2 launch, there was a bit of queuing for us, but it wasn't terrible. Other than that, it's run pretty flawlessly. So Overwatch 2 launch hasn't been that bad for me, but in other parts of the world, the Overwatch 2 launch has been insanely scuffed. So I understand it's a hard job, but come on, bro. You get paid a lot of money. You're a huge company. You've been at this long enough now. Like, sort it out. Right? Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Love you all. Peace.